confirm that you get in trouble if you don't use a
Chris,
card.
don't let me see that cup, Chris. Sustainability is something that we're always working on here at Adora. It's a work in progress. Obviously, it's really important to us and to me personally that we continue to put effort in stepping as lightly on the earth as we can. So one of the biggest things that we've done in the last 12 months was to start introducing volumetric box sizing, which basically means smaller boxes. We can optimize each order's box size so that we can get it as small as possible, which sounds really easy. Like just use smaller boxes, but it's actually quite complicated. What we had to start with this QB-Scan, we can volumetrically scan the size. Hello. So what we had to do first is we get this piece of equipment called a QB-Scan. It is obscenely expensive for the size of it, but what it does is volumetrically scans both the weight and the dimensions of every single item that we sell, and we sell over 14,000 products. We then have to upload all of these measurements into the database for our warehouse management software, which again was also obscenely expensive. But what it can then do is for every single order, tell us what is the smallest optimal box size that particular order is going to fit in. So each little order now gets printed out with a little note that tells us what box to put it in. Just by changing from this one sort of larger standard box size to introducing a new smaller profile, we're actually saving about 27 tons of cardboard every year, and as we grow that's going to get even more. So that's really pretty cool. One of the other things that we're moving towards now is being able to recycle all of the soft plastics here. For safety, we have to pallet wrap any pallet of product that gets loaded up onto the racking so that a box doesn't fall off and hit somebody. Previously that wasn't recyclable, so we're actually in a few weeks going to be able to recycle 90% of the soft plastics that come in here, including what we get in our packaging from our suppliers. One of the other changes that we've made was actually the backing for every single address label that we stick on the outside of the boxes. So that's like 100,000 labels every month. Wasn't recyclable at all. We've switched to a new label backing that will be able to be recycled along with the soft plastics, which is fantastic. Anyone who knows me at the office knows that I have a bit of a thing about disposable coffee cups. As part of every person's induction now at Adora, they're presented with their own keep cup, which they are expected to use. I think you could probably ask a couple of people whether or not we're serious about it. I can assure you that we absolutely are. I will not see a disposable cup anywhere near our office, and that includes the visitors that come. If we go and get coffees for everybody, we even have visitor keep cups so that there's no disposables used in our office at all. One of the really big things that we have done just recently, actually, we have switched all of our power, both here in our warehouse and also in our offices, to 100% green power, which means that all of the power we are using is coming from renewable energy, so wind and solar. It's really exciting. We've also replaced all of our lighting here at the warehouse with LED lights, which use about half the power of the lighting that was in here previously, so that's been a huge energy reduction. We are in the process of installing here on the roof of our warehouse a special sort of ceramic coating all over the roof, which what that will help to do, it kind of acts like a reflective surface or sort of like reverse insulation, where it actually blocks the heat entering in the warehouse. We're finding on hot days it gets really hot in here, and for obviously all of the comfort of our staff that are working here and packing your orders, and also to protect all the products that are here, we need to keep the temperature down. We really didn't want to have to do air conditioning or refrigerated cooling here, mainly because of the energy use that would create. So you probably will have noticed if you've ordered from us in the last few months and received a goodie bag, we used to have them in these little plastic, reusable but plastic Ziploc bags. We've replaced them now with a really gorgeous and much more eco-friendly calico bag, which is still absolutely reusable. You can use it as a little makeup bag, you can use it to travel with. I'd love to see more uses actually. What are you using your goodie bags for afterwards? We are in the process over coming months of eliminating bubble wrap. It's been one of our challenges that we've been struggling with. You'll have noticed already that the padding that we put in our boxes, it's this sort of brown stiff paper. It doesn't look as pretty as tissue paper, but it is 100% recycled and recyclable, so it's much more environmentally friendly than tissue paper. But what we're also doing is trying to eliminate bubble wrap. Obviously, we still want to make sure that we protect your products so that they arrive intact, but we're switching to a new type of paper wrap, which again is made from recycled and recyclable materials. So hopefully that will mean no more plastic bubble wrap. One other thing that I actually only discovered this week is that Australia Post carbon offsets all of our deliveries. So all of our deliveries with your Order Standard Post or Express Post are actually carbon neutral. A couple of the things I've been doing at home is really trying to reduce my energy use, so certainly running around after the kids all day, turning off every light in the house. We switched over all of our lights to LED lights at home. We had solar panels on the roof already, but I've recently installed a battery to help to store solar power, which has been really fantastic. Actually, I've noticed a huge drop in our energy use since we've done that. They're certainly not cheap, but it will actually pay for itself over 3 years, so I think that's really pretty good, and that's made a big reduction in what we use at home. Obviously, I'm the keep cup advocate, so I'll pretty much, it's at the stage now where I have a little foldable one with me in my bag all of the time. I'm really trying to think harder about the products that I buy. So if there's a version with less plastic, can I get that one? If there's a version that's made locally. So I think we can all make little changes that will really help. I think many small actions help to make up a big wave of movement. Yeah, I think it's been a really interesting journey, and it's one that we still need to constantly improve and constantly looking at more that we can do. I'm very well aware that we're not perfect yet, but I think it's important to just really to keep trying and to keep looking for what's the next thing, what's the next small step that you can take. I mean, not just this business, but myself personally and all of you at home.